Hello everybody, welcome to your Satisfying Crunch.
Welcome back to the couch.
So the last two episodes have been extremes on both ends. Just an amazing amount of backstory and information contained in a primarily lighthearted episode in Monster Reunion, and a really emotional and psychologically intense episode. Just the whole Alone at Sea was very uncomfortable, very much in the vein of the discomfort level in the, what was the one with Marty?
Yes,
Drop
the
Beat Dad.
Drop Beat Dad.
Drop Beat Dad. So
Yeah,
we're really
it is.
getting a lot of emotional swings during this.
I will say we do praise the writing on the show a lot. For me, watching those two episodes back to back, watching them in the same week really throws me for a loop because the emotional tone is so different. It's inconsistent. When we watched other Stephen bombs, like the one with Sardonyx's bomb, the emotional
There was an
theme,
emotional
there was
arc as well as a story arc.
and it was consistent throughout the thing. Now, obviously, they're working under different time constraints here, and they're throwing all of this stuff out. But for me personally, going back and forth like that, switching so frequently, is a little bit jarring, and it throws it off a little bit.
I agree with you on that. I think that when you're looking at these things, the overall story arc and the overall emotional arc have a lot to do with how we respond to the show. And to be perfectly honest with you, if Drop Beat Dad or Alone at Sea was the first episode of Steven Universe that I had ever seen, it's unlikely that I would have wanted to watch another episode. Not because the writing was bad, but because
That's not the show you want to watch.
right, I understand the place in society for art that makes us uncomfortable and is challenging, but the writers and the story that we've seen in Steven Universe is still able to be challenging without being that.
We can be put out of our comfort zone without being in such an uncomfortable position. I know that sounds
Yeah.
a little bit weird, but
Well, there's a difference between acquiring a taste for something and we Storytime Girl and I went to lunch on Friday, and we had an odd pizza, and so the thing was, she took a bite of it and she's just like, I keep thinking there's going to be something that I don't like here. And while it was a new experience for you and you hadn't really experienced those flavors before, there wasn't anything discomforting about it. Would you say? Or
It freaked me out a little bit because it was just not what I expected, and it kept being not what I expected, and that can be a little
right.
and I think
disconcerting.
that's what we're having
But-
here with Steven Universe.
But no, the reason why I bring this up is that it's a thing where it's a little bit uncomfortable because you're not used to it, and there's a difference between having something charge you and make you uncomfortable because it's unfamiliar, and something that goes to a familiar place and just really makes you uncomfortable.
It's like if we watch Game of Thrones, I expect there to be dark stuff.
Mhm.
If I watch Steven Universe, I wasn't ready for dealing with someone's psychological trauma. You know?
But I
Yeah.
think
And it
that
just
was
comes at
necessary
you.
because I think that episode was really necessary for Lapis' character arc.
Yeah, I can understand that, but it skirted uncomfortably close to like Helsinki syndrome. Well, the kidnapper, kidnappee,
Stockholm.
Stockholm. Thank you. I
Yeah.
don't know why I said Helsinki. I'm gonna edit that out. Stockholm syndrome, and there were other implications in there that were just really distasteful. So, I probably going to edit a lot of this out.
Yeah, but I mean, we're here to talk.
Yeah.
We're here to discuss. This will probably get cut down. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of what we're thinking, how we're feeling. Until I see how it builds into Lapis' arc, until I see how it builds into the show, that episode for me is a little bit too much. It's a little bit more than I needed to have.
And I'm gonna put Drop Beat Dad in that as well. I'm gonna put Drop Beat Dad in that category until I understand
Why that was important.
Why that was important to the story. I'm gonna reserve judgment as to whether or not it was as necessary.
Yeah.
So let's get on with this one. I'm looking forward to what's going to happen here. It's a flashback episode, so we want to
learn more history.
learn more history.
Time for Rose.
Time for maybe we'll see some Rose. We'll see how Greg gets the car wash. Apparently, is that what this is?
That's what it says.
All right. I'm Valor.
I'm Instinct.
You're in sync.
I was gonna say interest, and I was like, it's not interest.
No, I'm One Direction.
I'm in sync.
I'm the other
She's
direction.
Menudo. Sorry. I'm Valor.
I'm Instinct.
And I'm Mystic.
And when we're not completely dominating all of the data usage in the entire world,
We're watching Steven Universe. Greg the babysitter.
Bye! Thanks for coming! How'd you even get this job?
Well, I was hanging out with your mom and...
Hold the phone!
You're getting fast there.
Don't tell me, sing me!
Skull, can I ever tell you a story without working in a song again?
I'm playing it by ear.
oh,
Look at everything you are. Look at everything you do. I think I need a little change. I think I need a little change. I think I need a little change. And it's a full-time job admiring all the ways that you're inspiring. If I had my way, I'd do it all day. The only problem is it doesn't pay. I think I need a little change. I think I need a little change. I think I need a little change.
Greg, what a surprise. You're too cool for mushed up carrots.
I'm hungry for babies.
Hey, I'm trying to negotiate here.
Ooh, you got the good stuff. How's baby life?
How does it look?
Hard. Mind if I bum around here for the day?
No more than usual. Man, you're really selling me on that cereal universe. Listen, Greg, my babysitter canceled. I need you to watch Sour Cream for me while I'm at work. Can you do it?
Oh, yeah, why not? I'm not doing anything, I think.
Trust me, you're not. Okay, don't forget, diaper bags over there,
Is it
snacks
me, or
over
does her hair
there,
look like
emergency
a
numbers on the
squid?
fridge.
It looks like a
And
star.
if anything bad happens to my kid, you better pray your space goddess's magic can bring people back from the dead, because I will destroy you.
Hi, Rose.
Greg! Where did you get this mini human from?
Oh, this is Sour Cream.
Did you make him?
What? No, I'm just babysitting for Vidalia.
Hi, Sour Cream. I'm Rose.
Hey,
This baby
let's
is
show
so
this
cute.
baby
I
how to
would die to
eat.
have one of these.
You wouldn't believe how long it took me to figure out that this and you are the same thing. When a gem is made, it's for a reason. They burst out of the ground already knowing what they're supposed to be, and then that's what they are. Forever. But you're supposed to change. You're never the same, even moment to moment. You're allowed and expected to invent who you are.
All right, what were you saying? Something really profound yet relatable? Oh my gosh, Vidalia's gonna destroy me! Sour Cream! Rose!
I watched him climb all the way up there. Isn't this exciting?
Right there. Whew. How can you be so calm right now? How do I get... Rose! Help me out! Rose! Get me off this crazy thing!
Oh!
Leave Greg alone!
Obvious.
Greg!
Ooh,
Greg.
sour cream!
Another lifetime ban.
Ooh, he's safe.
Aw, look at you. Did you have fun with Greg's sour cream?
Oh yeah, nothing but safe, wholesome fun with Unky Greg. Listen, Vidalia, thanks for the food and everything else. Today has been quite a journey. I know I'm not that tall. I know I'm not that smart. Let me drive my van into your
It's a Supremo.
wash. Let me drive my van into your wash.
Hey, whatever happened to baby sour cream?
No one knows.
He grew into teenage sour cream?
No one knows, Laura.
All right, and this is the episode. This is the kind of episode that we've come to expect from them, which is this insight into human nature and why Rose is so fascinated with humans, and it speaks, I think, to the idea that Rose's plan for not just for the rebellion, but for the future of gems is part of the fusion between humans and gems. I also think that it's interesting that Rose has, at this point in the story, dealt with gems who have moved beyond their programming on more than one occasion. I don't know whether or not she has broken out of her programming. We talked about what she was doing on Earth and whether or not she was, under orders to do that before. But obviously Pearl, terrifying renegade Pearl, and Garnet are both gems that have moved outside of their programming and have grown and learned new things.
Yeah, so we know that, at this point the rebellion is already in swing, but how much of a swing and where is it going at this point? How much has it actually garnered?
Well, no, at this point, when
The
this
war
story
was
took
over.
place, the rebellion's been over for 5,000 years.
Oh, has it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Gem War was like 5,000 years ago.
That's right, it's the second gem war that Greg was around for. So there's been two.
What second Gem War?
There's been two. They mention it.
Greg was around for a second Gem War.
Maybe I'm missing something here.
I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't remember there being a second Gem War.
I think you're misinterpreting something that was said before. But I think here is where we really start to understand where she's coming from in Lion 3 straight to video. Because I feel like at the time, it was a very heartfelt, profound thing. But I didn't realize
This adds more to it.
how much meaning that actually had for her, because I didn't realize that when she was talking about everyone leads individual lives, nothing on Homeworld changes, and every single gem of each kind has one specific purpose for their entire lives.
Yeah.
And so this just adds another layer of understanding onto what's already been shown before.
I'm going to disagree with you on one point. I think that the entire fandom gives Rose too much credit. I think Rose is a general I think Rose is fighting a war, whether or not she is still supposed to be fighting that war. She is fighting that war, and Steven is the next step in her fighting that war. And I don't think that she is the sympathetic character that most of the fandom puts her out to be, and I think that at some point that is going to be a revelation. I don't know.
I don't know why you think that negates what I was just saying.
I think you two speculate far too much. I think the show is what it is, and until I get more concrete, more evidence, I love to play the guessing game. But like we said the other time, that Jasper is going to be the final boss of this season. Obviously, I have no idea what's going to happen.
Right.
I assume that she would be, but if she's coming back so early, are we going to see her again? I mean, likely. Probably, but is it going to be what we thought? Is it going to be in the same way?
Right.
I had no idea Jasper was going to be on the boat. That was the furthest thing from what I was expecting to happen. So
as opposed to the closest.
I'm going to leave the guessing to this side of the couch
right.
and just see what happens.
Well, I think we're just going to stop guessing at this point and call this episode done. I'm Valor.
I'm Instinct.
And I'm
Instinct? That was on purpose, just so you know. I knew what it was, but I thought it would be funnier if
It made me laugh.
Good night, everybody!
And I'm Mystic. And we gotta catch 'em all.
Great with the tagline there. I could really feel it, the passion for Pokemon.
I'm not supposed to be passionate. I'm supposed to be logical. He's the passionate one.
Isn't...
Oh no!